Howdy folks, I'm Brian,
I'm Amber.
and here's some Reddit. Alright, our first letter is titled, Am I a jerk for not letting the kids go alone to see their dad in his home country? And this does involve sick parents. Apologies, English isn't my first language. I'm a 39-year-old female and I divorced my ex-husband, a 42-year-old male, 8 years ago. We have 2 kids together, a 19-year-old male and 18-year-old female, and I had sole custody of them after their dad became sick. He's been getting treated for his medical condition in his home country, and I recently was told his health is declining. Well, my ex-mother-in-law called and asked if I could let the kids come visit their dad for a few days. She said that she would handle the tickets and expenses. I was taken a bit aback by her request. I said I was sorry, I wasn't feeling comfortable with letting the kids travel alone. She told me that she could book the tickets too, but I said I was too busy to literally travel to another country. She asked me to be more considerate and understanding that her son misses his kids and wants to see them. I suggested that they video call him like they always do, but she told me that her son cried about wanting to see them in person so he could hug them and smell them. She said that his mental and emotional well-being depends on it because she's concerned about his declining health. I talked to the kids and they said they wanted to go, but I didn't feel comfortable with letting them travel on their own despite their grandmother's assurances about taking care of the travel expenses. But the kids have never been on a flight out of country on their own, so I think it's a valid reason to be concerned, especially since they've never been to this place before. Ex-mother-in-law started berating me after I gave her my final answer. She told me that I should be prepared to take full responsibility if the kids don't get to see their dad potentially one last time, but I figured from her tone that she keeps coming up with excuses to guilt me into letting the kids go. The kids are upset over the fact that I'm seemingly treating them as small children, but that's not why I said no. Edited ad, the country in question is Spain. I'm worried about the idea of the kids traveling alone more than anything else. Their dad used to come and visit, but stopped when he got very sick. Alright, folks. Jerk or not the jerk?
Jerk. And mother-in-law just send the kids tickets on the sly.
What? What? OP. Your kids are adults.
Yeah.
They're not kids. They're right. They should be upset that you're treating them like children. OP, stop. No. You get a very strong waggle of my finger. Do not stop your kids from seeing their dying father or potentially dying father. No. No, 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 and no. You're the jerk. Please do not consider your fully grown children as children. There might have been some nuance here had they not been 18 and 19. Or are they 18 and 19? Yeah, 18 and 19. Like, this is just mind-blowing. I'm just like, you can't stop your children from traveling to another country because you are afraid. They're adults, right? They're going to have to make their own decisions. This is being absurd, beyond absurd. They're going to have to figure out how to travel on their own. When I was 18 or 19, both, I was traveling on my own. I went to places by myself. I was out of the house. So, yeah, I was fine. I'm sure your children will be fine too.
Well, in extra jerkiness, we're kind of like hinting that he's to blame for not seeing the kids. Like,
Yeah.
well, he stopped seeing them. He started getting his treatments, and it's like,
Yeah.
he's sick. Like,
He's sick, and so it's his fault he's sick. Yeah, I think there's just an extra level of jerkiness piled on top of here. So, OP, please reconsider. Let your kids do what they want with their lives. They're adults. You're the jerk. They're 18, not 5. Kids travel countries all the time at much younger ages. You're being horribly selfish to a dying man. I started traveling alone the moment I was allowed to supervise my sister. Can't remember if it was 16 or 18. Kids these days fly at any age alone with a steward, so at that age they will be perfectly fine. Unless you have any other reason to not let them see their father, you are being extremely cruel to your children. It's not that hard to fly unless you have flying anxiety, and they will resent you until the end of the earth. You're the jerk. Our next letter is titled, Am I the jerk for not doing anything for my wife on Mother's Day? So yeah, this has been an issue since yesterday. Important, my wife and I don't have any kids. She has never ever been pregnant. Last summer, we adopted a kitten. He's great, and here is the cat tax. You can see he looks like a very good boy.
Aww.
My wife came to me last night and said that she was disappointed that I didn't get her anything or take her out for Mother's Day. I was confused, and I said that she wasn't a mother, so why would I do that? She said that she's basically a mother because we have a cat, and she takes care of him. We both do. He's a cat. It takes like 5 minutes per day to do everything for him. I admit that I started laughing because I thought she was joking. I tried explaining that at a minimum, qualifying for Mother's Day should entail being a parent or potential parent to a human child. I have no intention of being celebrated on Father's Day because I have a cat. She is still mad at me. Am I the jerk? All right, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk.
I mean, OP, I don't think that you're the jerk of the situation. I don't think many people celebrate. Like, this is something that she probably should have, that you two should have talked about well in advance as, like, maybe like a gag type of thing or something like that. Now that we have a cat, maybe we should celebrate Mother's Day and Father's Day because we're cat parents. But you need to both be on board with that, and you both need to know ahead of time that this is going to be your tradition. You can't just pull a new holiday out of your hat. Like, I can't just declare tomorrow National Brian Day and be like, Amber, you didn't celebrate National Brian Day. I'm so upset and disappointed with you. I'm not talking to you anymore. No, because that would be ridiculous, right? I mean, I might do that still, but I mean, now that she has forewarning. But anyways, you just can't make these assumptions that someone's going to actually know that you want a celebration like this, especially since Mother's Day is generally involving human children. So yeah, I don't think you're a jerk. Not the jerk. I had a cat for 16 and a half years, and at no point did I consider celebrating Mother's Day despite calling myself her cat mom. I got my first Mother's Day card from the pets this year. The cat and dog are both 7 years. And that was only because my husband thought it would be cute to do their handwriting. Definitely not the jerk. Not the jerk. Also, for future reference, there is actually a National Pets Parents' Day, and that is the last Sunday of April. So they missed it. All right. Our next letter is titled, Am I a Jerk Because I Refuse to Make a Second Meal for My Wife? My wife and I have 3 kids, 5, 7, and 12. She's a stay-at-home mom, and I work as an accountant. Today I finished work and I came home around 5. I took a shower and I started dinner. My wife said that our 12-year-old won a debate competition at school and got really good grades this term. I congratulated her and I told her that I would buy her film for her Polaroid this coming weekend. I also decided to make her favorite dinner, fried dumplings and chicken noodle soup. I also made a salad, roast turkey sandwiches, and boiled eggs. Just when we all sat down for dinner, my wife whispered to me that she didn't want dumplings because I put cabbage in them. I told her no problem, she can eat something else on the table. She said that it wasn't her favorite salad, and she didn't really want the roast turkey because it was leftovers, so she didn't want that. I told her that I'm not making any more food and that she can make herself whatever she wants. She got up from the table in a huff and went to bed hungry. Well, after dinner, I bathed and dressed the kids and put them to bed. I then took some ramen and some boiled eggs to our room for my wife. She refused to eat, saying that I disrespected her at the dinner table. I apologized and explained that I was also hungry and that's why I didn't want to cook any more food. She got mad and said that I was prioritizing my hunger over hers and that I'm a bad husband. I don't know that I would qualify this as bad husband territory yet. Am I the jerk? Edit. I didn't bathe the 12-year-old, of course, but she has ADHD, so she constantly gets distracted while doing boring things such as brushing her teeth or bathing or doing homework. She randomly starts singing or dancing or counting the number of lines on the bathroom tiles. So I've decided that I have to keep reminding her to get on with things. My 7-year-old is disabled, so he needs help moving around, and my 5-year-old is too young to be alone in the bathroom. I'm scared of her falling down and hurting herself. All right, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk. And I like how the mom is a stay-at-home mom, but he's doing like the dinner and taking care of the kids and everything. Like,
Yeah, I mean, certainly it seems like they probably have some division of labor, and I think that's actually really good,
right.
but also, like, she's also a stay-at-home mom and he's been at work all day and then he comes home and cooks. I mean, certainly I think that this seems like a healthy distribution of labor in whatever way
Yeah.
they have things. But I think you have a really good point here too, that like she's a stay-at-home mom. That's generally part of like the responsibilities,
Right.
right?
And clarify, like, I think it's great and it's important the parent who does work take care of the children too and stuff like that. But it just seems like really strange that she just left incompletely and the rest of the evening
Yeah.
was all him.
Yeah, so for the rest of the evening, he did everything, and she just kind of chilled out in the bedroom because she was angry. And so I feel bad for OP because he was kind of like left stranded to do things on his own, and I don't think that was necessarily good for her to do that. So I think that there certainly seems to be some issues here. And I don't know, maybe there's something going on. Maybe she has a lot of stress right now. Maybe she's pregnant again and didn't, has had a food aversion or something like that. I've heard of things like that happening. So I certainly think there's plenty of room for interpretation here, but I don't think you're the jerk anyways, OP. So anyhow, take care and good luck. Not the jerk, whoever cooks decides what food is on the table. If you want something else, make it yourself. Exactly, but now I'm hungry for what he fixed for dinner. He did seem to make a lot of good food. Alright, folks, it is tea time, so grab your beverages of choice and let me know what you're drinking.
I have mint tea.
Amber has mint tea, and I have. Oh, I didn't tell you.
Here's your National Brian Day gift.
Oh, I got a National Brian Day gift. Why, thank you. A book that I already own.
It's what you deserve for National Brian Day.
What do ghosts eat for breakfast? Dreaded shredded wheat. Oh, or maybe dreaded wheat? Oh, I guess the parentheses. The parentheses were the quiet part I wasn't supposed to read aloud. Dreaded wheat. Ghosts eat dreaded wheat.
I was gonna say blueberries.
That would be very good too.
Or blueberry muffins.
And I have Earl Grey again. Tricky.
You tried giving me the Earl Grey tonight.
I did. It was accidental, probably. Alright, our last letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Not Giving My Sister Breast Milk for Her Unborn Baby? I'm a 31-year-old female, and I have a 6-month-old baby, my second kid. We had quite a bit of trouble nursing this time around, so I'm exclusively pumping milk for this kid 20 minutes 4 times every day. Side note, pumping totally is bad for me, no pun intended. I feel like a cow, and I've been experiencing nursing aversion, BAA, which basically means I get a surge of negative hormones every time I start lactating, and I get super angry. My older sister had a lot of trouble conceiving, but is finally 6 months pregnant with a baby girl. She is busy prepping for the pregnancy, and she's been dreaming about this for years. Well, about a week ago, she asked me for some of my breast milk to make soap. That's right, folks, soap for her unborn baby. She read something about caring for sensitive unborn skin and is worried her daughter will inherit her own skin issues. Nothing medical, just very sensitive. She wants 12 ounces of breast milk, and for those who don't know, that's so much breast milk. Like the entire 2 meals for my son, and it takes 2 pumping sessions to produce. Because I hate confrontation, I've waited days to tell her no, that I would not give her any milk. I needed it to feed my kid. She's now furious with me and complaining to our mom that and other sisters that I'm being selfish and unsupportive of her miracle pregnancy. So am I the jerk here? All right, folks, what do you think? Jerk or not the jerk?
Not the jerk.
OP. No, you're not the jerk. You get to say how you use your breast milk, and it's extremely painful and it is not going well for you. It's pretty inconsiderate for your sister who knows you're experiencing major difficulties with pumping milk for her to be like, oh, by the way, I would like for you to give me some of that. I think that's very selfish. I think that I understand where her intentions are. She wants to care for her baby. And maybe under different circumstances, this wouldn't be a lot to ask. But she should have just taken no as an answer and been like, oh, thank you anyways, right? For at least considering it. But no. She's like, oh, you're not supportive of me. Get your own breast milk.
Yeah, like
You'll have it soon enough,
soon.
right? Make your own soap with your own breast milk. Problem solved. Good day. Take care and good luck. Your sister can use her own breast milk to make soap. What in the world? Some women struggle to make enough milk to feed their own babies. She's being self-centered and entitled, not the jerk. This, and she will be making milk well before she gives her baby a proper bath, not the jerk. She's not entitled to your breast milk. Can't even believe I had to write that. Crazy. Alright folks, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider giving me a like. And if you didn't, consider giving me a dislike. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Would there be a content warning on this first one?
Sick parent.
Yeah. There is a content warning on this one. 6 parents. 6 parents.
6 parents. Parents, 6 parents. 6. This is 6 now. You need a content warning. 7 parents is fine. 5 is fine, but not 6.
Alright, our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Not Letting the Kids Go Alone to See Their Dad in His Home Country? And there is a content warning on this one. This involves sick parents. You have to see the bloopers. I'm laughing not because it's funny. I can't believe I'm laughing at the content warning. This is thing. I have to read this in the bloopers now. I have no choice. I can't just be like laughing at sick parents. This is so funny. You're a monster, Brian. You're the jerk. They're 18, not 5. Kids travel across countries all the time at much younger ages. You're being horrifully...